Hey everybody, Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast. Thank you for checking out another episode. Today's features returning guest, my buddies, Ben Diesel. Had a great time catching up with them, talking about some brand new music. Big old show happening this weekend, and a lot more, and you're going to hear all about it on today's episode. Do want to remind you, as always, Rock Paper Podcast is brought to you by Friendship Brewing Company in Wentzville, Missouri. Stop in and check it out and try some of their over 25 rotating taps. They've got some delicious food, all kinds of burgers and nachos, flatbread pizzas, pretzels, salads. Whatever you're into, they've probably got something right up your alley. So come on out, check it out. Great live music happening on the weekends. Coming up this week at Friendship Brewing Company. On Thursday night, they're doing their Singo Bingo on December 8th. And December 9th, Buddy and Q return. And on Saturday, December 10th, Steve Kyle returns. You can find their full concert calendar, beer menu, and food menu at friendshipbrewingcompany.com. And be sure to follow along with them on your Facebook and Instagram, and tell them Shane sent you. And if you're in the Hannibal area, great news. Friendship Brewing Company is coming to you, opening a brand new location in Hannibal, Missouri in 2023. So stay tuned for some more details about that. But yeah, find it all, friendshipbrewingcompany.com in Wentzville, Missouri. Come on out, have some cold beverages, listen to some music, and have a great time. If you need me, of course, you can always find me at rockpaperpodcast.com. Hit me up on the socials. Email me at rockpaperpodcast@gmail.com. I've got some t-shirts up there, some hats, whatever you need. If you want to help support the show, that'll be a great way to do that. With that out of the way, sit back, relax, and enjoy this brand new episode with Ben Diesel.
The podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show that's not on the radio. It's on the internet. Does that make sense? Uh-huh. Yeah. That's also like my mom. It makes it sound more confusing, doesn't it? It sounds like this.
Hi, I'm Dan.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Joe.
And we're Ben Diesel. And you're listening to
Rock Paper Podcast.
I think we nailed it.
That was perfect.
Oh my God.
It's like we rehearsed it.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Scissors beat paper, paper covers rock. Rock beats scissors, Shane covers non-stop. Never know what new kind of guest that he's got coming at you. Live and direct on the spot. Could be rock, folk, country, or hip-hop, jazz. All kind of folks that he has. Could be an artist or a comedian to make you laugh on the
Rock Paper Podcast.
double-decker fudge round, rolling round town. Shane coming at you live and direct from ground zero. He's your hero, he's your bestie. Rock Paper Podcast with Shane Presley.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Hey everybody, Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast, coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri. Hanging out today with returning guest, Ben Diesel. Welcome back, guys.
Howdy.
What's up?
Hey, Shane.
Yeah, this is already turned out to be a fun day. We're having some laughs and some beverages and having a good time. And but yeah, I'm glad to be here with you guys, hanging out. We got a lot to talk about. We got a new show coming up. We got some new music, and just be fun to catch up with some buddies. So thank you for being here with me.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
This I guess it's been a fun year for us because we got to do a couple of cool things. We got to do the 1000th birthday or 1000th episode party.
Yeah,
8 years.
That was awesome.
That was fantastic.
That was a great day.
That was
We had a blast.
That was a fun day over in this
South.
in July, and got to make a fun
promo video again for that.
Yeah, that was a blast.
So
We got called up to the big show.
yeah. So yeah, I don't know, man. That was a really good day just to get out and celebrate the show and get to see a bunch of friends and I'm glad you guys were able to be a part of it and celebrate everything with us. So that was a good
One of my favorite memories of that was we got down there and we realized we forgot one of our amps.
Whoops.
That's one of my least favorite memories.
Yeah,
It was a medium favorite.
By,
for me.
by favorite, I mean least favorite because we get down there, we're all set up, and Joe's like, "Well, I guess I better hightail it out to St. Charles to get my."
I'll see you when I see you.
We made it though. We made it there and back.
We sure did.
Yep.
Never fails. We always forget something.
Always. I thought it would be Jason. Well, I guess it was Jason's amp, wasn't it? Because you drum in this band.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Jason forgot your amp.
It was a co.
I wasn't there to forget it, but I also wasn't there to pack it. So potential double biff on me there.
We're still blaming you.
Yeah.
Fine.
I'll carry that weight.
But yeah, so that was and that was kind of like I guess I don't know. I don't want to take all the credit, but sort of the return of Ben Diesel, man. Like you guys had just kind of got reformed the group, and that was like one of your early shows. I think you guys did a road tour right before that.
We did. We played out on the road, but it was our first back in town. At least as we booked as Ben Diesel, we tried doing like
First back in town.
the secret
Yep.
band thing. We're like, oh, what if we're rusty? We're gonna use a fake name or whatever.
Yep.
What show was that for? That was at the Anchor.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember who that
We
was.
called ourselves the Swell Fellas.
That's right.
Swell fella.
So that so that nobody would know.
Right.
It was a secret show.
I think we did pretty good. Nobody. I mean,
I
nobody
hope the
came,
swell fellas
so.
come back because I thought they were pretty swell.
They were better than Ben Diesel.
Absolutely,
No.
and they seemed a lot nicer.
But yeah, it was
Definitely better
our
memories.
our triumphant return. Yeah, was it the RPP?
Yeah.
That was an
Yeah.
awesome
RPP
show.
1000.
And you guys have hit the ground running since then. I mean, we got, like I said, recording some new music, and then you also just come back from a road gigs. You did a little tour again.
Yeah,
So let's talk about, what bringing the band back together. Obviously, you guys have always continued to play music together, but as far as bringing Ben Diesel back together, like what was like some of that kind of thought process that went into what was like some of those talks and
I'm gonna let Jason field that one because I think you kind of got a good concise grasp. On.
I wish it had a cooler backstory, but really like while the pandemic stuff was going on and
Right.
Ben Diesel had been removed for a while, we were still writing music and working together, and I'd been doing Jason Detroit, which was basically just kind of a solo deal, but was still working with these guys and recording music with Joey, we kind of got to a point where things started to seem to be kind of opening up again, and we did one Jason Detroit show with the full band, and it was a blast. It was at Off Broadway, and it was a really, really cool time. But it was just there's so much legwork that goes into that, especially when it came to writing new songs and then teaching everybody and getting everyone together. So we just kind of were sitting around one day and we were like, why don't we just do Ben Diesel again instead of trying to make this, and I was 100% for that. And I was really glad that everyone else was down to get back into it. So I don't know if you guys have anything to add to that, but
Yeah, we had that conversation while we are working on Jason Detroit songs
Yeah.
here in the studio. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just like, why are we calling it Jason Detroit when it's it's Ben Diesel? Jason writes primarily most of our stuff for Ben Diesel anyway. So we're all here.
Right.
Let's just do it. Let's get the band back together. And they're like, oh wait, we already did. We're just
Right.
we're
And
just realizing
the timing felt right. I mean, I think and we had fun doing playing with each other again and writing new music, and it was just like it felt like it was a good opportunity. And we also had there's a good availability between all of us to be able to regularly practice for the most part and be able to be ready for shows and stuff like that. So I know we all missed playing live music. For me personally, during the pandemic, that was probably the longest I've gone without playing a show since I was like 16. And I definitely, felt it. And
that
so,
was
I mean,
rough.
just to be able to be back again and playing with my bros and playing tunes again was absolutely awesome. So I'm really glad it shook out the way it did.
So we've come back with a vengeance.
Yeah,
and
full on
we've
With
played-
2 years worth of me sitting at home writing in my cave.
So we've had several local shows, and we've gone out on 3, like long weekend tours. One in June, one in August, and one, just a couple weeks ago. And man, it's just been so much fun, and it's been
Maximum levels of fun.
fulfilling and all that.
Yeah.
And obligatorily, I have to say, every time, major props to Joey. He does so much
thank
work
you.
for booking these, as well as this time he got an RV for us to go out on the road and piloted it the entire time through rain and sleet and snow. And he's just an absolute trooper. So again, let's just give it up for Joey.
Oh, thank you guys.
Fantastic.
41-foot tour bus. This
It's a
guy
big dog.
managed.
Big dog.
And so yeah, it
Full
was
send.
definitely the way to go, though. I mean, we
Yeah.
got to, we didn't have to find hotel rooms and stuff, and
Yeah.
Like cost-wise, it honestly made sense comparative to doing Airbnbs and everything else.
And then we got to look like badasses pulling up to venues.
Cost wise,
Not having to pull a trailer.
no trailer wise,
Everything fit underneath the RV.
full maximum levels of
Yeah.
fun wise.
It was sick.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 would recommend for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
That I saw a little bit of pictures and it looked like a ton of fun getting to ride around on that.
it's fine.
Yeah. Frank is putting together Frank Ciccone of The Stars Go Out.
Now
'Cause
we
finally
know
learned how to
his
pronounce-
last name.
He said it during an interview, so now we know how to pronounce his last name. But he's putting together some pretty rad tour footage. I assume it'll all be on YouTube at some point, but he's kind of been doing like a day-by-day breakdown of each thing, including like travel and stops, and he did a great job of getting B-roll and stuff the entire
Yeah.
time. So we'll have some cool
That's turned out really cool.
footage to put out to kind of highlight this last run and everything we did on it.
We pulled up to, we went up to Kenosha and Milwaukee, and so we were up by Lake Michigan. And at one point, I was like, we had like an afternoon free, and I was like, hey, let's just go to Lake Michigan. I know it's freezing outside, but whatever, it's see the ocean, 'Cause
Yeah.
to me, it's the ocean. I know, I'm
It's
just
pretty much an
I'm just a dumb landlocked Midwesterner. But we went up there, and he's like, hey Joe, stop before we get up too close, because I want to pull out the drone and get some footage. And we were all like, Frank, you have a drone? It's like, oh yeah, let's get some footage. Okay. So
That's
he's
awesome.
He's got some cool. He was up in our faces like the whole time, but
Yeah.
I think it'll be worth it later.
Oh, absolutely.
It'll look cool.
Absolutely.
Some music video fodder.
He's definitely
and whatnot.
the next Douglas Bubble Trousers, for sure.
Yeah, what was like the favorite part? You guys each have a favorite part of the most recent run, or was that it? Getting to see Lake Michigan or
No, it was too damn cold. We were
Yeah.
there for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, 36 seconds.
you guys find any good snacks or anything?
Yeah, we had some fire tacos
Yeah,
in
the tacos were
Milwaukee
unbelievable.
at the bar.
At Tamales.
Taqueria. I forget what the name of that
I know it was
place
across the street from DeBar, and
It was really
the
good.
place was awesome. The sound guy at the bar recommended it.
Yeah.
And he's
It's
like,
kind of Cherokee Street kind of vibes over
yeah.
there.
We had that really fancy brunch place. They had like their stuff with there's like their various slams was the kind of name. Denies, Dini.
It started with a D.
Yeah, and it was an apostrophe S, and they had,
So it was like the
Samsonite.
home run
and they had like the moons over.
Hammy.
Yeah,
Moves over Hammy.
Denny's.
That's
that
what
was it.
It was
this
Denny's.
really
It was
nice spot
Denny's.
named
Way
Denny's.
off.
We ate at one day. That was really good.
Honestly, that was
It was
good.
attached to the truck stop.
Yep.
That was really good. And we are trying to get sponsored by Loves. We did stay there.
We have
several
asked multiple
times,
times
so,
for love sponsors,
Loves, please sponsor us. We'll take a diesel
or
card.
at least a shirt or something.
At least.
I just went down to towards like Knoxville, and we hung out at this called Wind Rock. It's like a big ATV park in Tennessee, and
My dad's been there.
yeah, the place was massive. Like it was like 72,000 acres and over 300 miles of trails.
It's crazy.
And but while we were down in Tennessee, we stopped at Buc-ee's
Mm-hmm.
on the way back and got some breakfast there and stuff. And
Nice.
but I'm like, man, Buc-ee's is where it's at. Like that's what I want. I want a sponsorship by Buc-ee's.
I haven't been to one yet, but I've heard several good things about them.
We stopped in Iowa at the what apparently or the self-proclaimed
World's largest truck stop.
world's largest truck stop, and that thing, like, I don't think we even saw half of it, but I still walked around a mall.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
James got his duster.
He got the duster. Yeah.
Yeah, James, also of The Stars Go Out.
Not just some guy named James.
Some dude named James.
He was checking out behind us. You're like,
"Yeah,
that's a cool duster. He's
Great
like, "Thanks,
duster,
man.
bro."
What's your name? He's like, don't worry about it.
But James
worry
kind of
about
makes
it.
a game
I said
out of
that's
whenever we
James.
stop at a truck stop, like seeing the most ridiculous thing he can get. And he get
Right.
like a trucker hat or something usually. And then he got this full on, like trench coat duster looking thing. It was just incredible. He took on a whole new persona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it
He's
was
a different
made
person
for
now.
him,
Oh, absolutely.
Like, incredible.
Don't even recognize your brother anymore.
I don't.
It's this guy.
I don't.
Yeah.
yeah. I was trying. I didn't really find anything. I mean, I'm sure there was, but I didn't really find anything super ridiculous. But I did. Well, there was a Buc-ee's. They had a onesie, like Santa themed onesie with the beaver head who has the hood. And,
I think I saw you posted a picture of that.
and I was like, I almost got that, but then I was like, I was afraid that it wouldn't fit, and I would just waste my money. But
you could at least wear the head, like
Right.
to frighten
Well, yeah.
strangers.
But I mean, like they literally had everything with a beaver on it, like Bucky's birthday, wrapping paper and whatever, like everything you can imagine. So
We got a beaver around here somewhere.
yeah,
Oh, we do have we do have a beaver,
It's on rent from Jason. It's going to end up on your kitchen counter one of these days. Nick is going to be like, what?
when we I filled in with Stars Go Out to play bass at the
Punk Rock Pig
Punk
Roast.
Rock Pig Roast, and they were having a fundraiser for Missouri Planned Parenthood. That was, you could win the stuffed beaver that they had there, and I don't know, we ended up winning it. And the funny thing was, I was like off at the bar area taking a shot when they were announcing the winner, and I look out there and poor Nikki is like standing out there handed this giant stuffed beaver and just like having no idea what's going on. But it is here, I believe.
It's here.
But
yeah. Well, let's talk about
Let's talk more about this beaver.
yeah. Let's talk more about that.
it's enough beaver talk,
Yeah.
guys.
We'll probably get an explicit tag for this one.
Yeah.
for the
Well, truck stops.
all the
and I mean,
beaver
it's
all the beaver
just,
talk. Let's talk about Dana Scully. This is the I guess the newest original single.
that's our hot new single,
or
yeah.
like that other than the Christmas
Right.
themed one.
And that's original too, but it's, novelty.
right. Yeah. More. Yeah.
put a lot of thought in that song.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this is our more serious song, but it's still
Yeah.
about
right.
UFOs and X-Files and stuff.
Real serious stuff.
Of course.
But let's talk about Dana Scully. This came out just a bit ago, and
So the funny thing is, this song has been around for quite a while, really. I mean, it was one that we had kind of cooked up prior to.
Was it late 17 or early 18?
Yeah, like
It's been a
because we
minute.
had Sailor. Sailor was
Yeah.
like originally a part of writing it. Sup, Matt?
Subway.
It was, I mean, a song that we were always really stoked on. And then I think when, Ben Diesel kind of took its hiatus or whatever, it just sort of fell off the wayside. But we had always intended to, it basically transitioned into a Jason Detroit track, and we recorded it as such. And then we were just like, well, we've got this song. It's obviously a Ben Diesel song. It was written as one. And I think that, honestly, conversations around that might have been what initially spurred.
That was the
let's
tune
bring
that
Ben
we were
Diesel
working
back.
on when we're like,
Let's just,
Yeah.
why do we not?
So it was already
Yeah.
recorded. Maybe, I guess we recorded it like a couple years ago, probably.
Well,
We
parts of
started,
it.
yeah.
yeah.
parts of it.
And then
Started in the pandemic. and
yeah.
then-
So it's been a long work in
Busyness.
progress, I guess. But yeah, I mean, we just out of it was a song we were all felt really stoked on, and felt like it was good fodder to put out in the world when we came back. And then we had a blast doing a music video for it. We wanted to do something kind of quick and simple. We originally tried to do something with like tour footage because the single was ready to go, and it was like, well, we don't want to hold it up forever to put together a video. But then we looked at the tour footage and just decided that it wasn't what we were after. So we did a one night recording thing here that we were really stoked with how it came out. And so yeah, that's a song I think we're all pretty proud of, and it's a lot of fun to play. And I believe Reggie in the Full Effect mentioned that when we played a show with him back in the day, he said by name, he was like, "Hey, I liked your guys' Dana Scully song or X-Files song." And I was like, "That's high praise." So I was pretty stoked on that.
For sure.
Yeah.
And we're really hoping, to get on the radar of, Chris Carter, the,
Vince
writer of
Gilligan, Jillian Anderson,
all these
for
producers,
sure.
because we're hoping somebody comes after us with a lawsuit, and then there's no bad press, right?
All right.
So I straight up
won't do
play
it, though.
I straight
They
up
just
play the
won't.
X-Files theme song as a bass solo towards the end, and
It's true.
I mean, yeah, it's in a different key and it's different, whatever. So I mean, I could technically say it's just,
I mean, it's hard to carry the weight of not being important enough to be sued. you know?
Right.
Like, what do we need to do to get
honestly,
your legal attention?
they might make us break up again by doing nothing.
The whole
I know,
plan
it's
was to
like-
get sued.
just
Start to
just
finish.
want to get sued.
Yeah.
How's these guys not sued us yet? I quit.
But
I know that you're a skeptic, but could you please accept that you are the EMT for me? Oh Dana, I want to believe you lack the skin of the smoky man. They'll never love you like I can. I don't care about your microchip, I just want you to be my chick. Ever since I saw you walking in the woods of Oregon, listening to me droning about some Martian man, had the desire for you to lay your hands on me, even if it were 3 miles at sea. Ooh, I could be a Catholic too. Ooh, I go to mass with you. I know that you're a skeptic, but could you please accept that you are the EMT for me? Oh Dana, I want to believe you lack the skin of the smoking man. They'll never love you like I can. I don't care about your microchip, I just want you to be my chick.
yeah, that one's a lot of fun to play, and I think it was also I've noticed, as Ben Diesel stuff has progressed song wise, Dana Scully is kind of a break point, I think, with the stylistic writing that we've done, where now some of the newer songs that we have feature more of like a front end of like your kind of classic pop structure of like verse melody, verse breakdown, bridge, chorus, and then at the end it kind of goes into like a musical outro or like a big music piece. And we have a few songs now that kind of do a semblance of that, which I think is a fun thing to do, and it kind of gives us a little bit of room to breathe and get outside of pop punk moniker that we kind of carried forever, and kind of spread our legs a little bit and do a little bit of other stuff too. So
That said, we're not trying to distance ourselves from pop punk.
not at all.
All right.
Just, keeping it wide ranging and fresh.
Add
Fresh
other
and
genres
interesting.
and musical influences throughout, I think.
We've been telling people lately that we're a pop punk yacht rock band.
There you go.
So,
Two things that people abhor, and I think by combining them, we could make something truly terrible. You know?
but so catchy.
And lawsuit seeking.
Obviously.
Please sue us.
That I don't think they reached lawsuit level, but my buddies Discrepancies did a emos themed T-shirt that they sold, and emos sent them a cease and desist letter that they framed and they cherish. And
That's awesome.
so they were glad
Emos would.
that they got on the radar of emos at least. And
Yeah.
Jason did this the wrong way. He wanted to do a Ben Diesel shirt, or maybe it was even in the Jason Detroit days. But I think it was
a Ben Diesel shirt.
And he wanted to do a Ben Diesel shirt like in the theme with the logo of Alicia's Pizza. And he made the mistake of reaching out to them first, to be above board. And they were like, "Yeah, we'd rather you don't." And he's like,
dog.
"Well, now they know."
Yeah. Yeah, it was a bummer.
okay, well I'm gonna do it anyway.
That's what I get for trying to play it straight.
Yeah,
Never
right?
again.
But yeah, I thought it was funny. And then what the best part was, even right after that, then they did a Nightmare Before Christmas themed one. And I'm like, okay, now you're going to step it up to go for Disney now? Like you guys are trying to get to Disney's level?
Yeah, Michael Eisner will sue anybody, so be careful.
But hopefully we can get some, some X-Files lawsuits happening. That'd be,
Yeah. I think we did get followed by an X-Files page. I don't know if it was a fan page or something, but those hashtags hopefully are working and bringing it to Chris Carter or Vince Gilligan's attention for legal action.
That's one of the properties. I mean, you see all the resurgence of different, 90s things, and I'm kind of surprised we haven't got more newer X-Files stuff recently. And it's been a while since they've done anything with that property.
Yeah.
They did that reboot, I want to say in like 2016 or
It wasn't
something.
that long ago.
Yeah.
Remember, Josh Harris said it was pretty good.
There's a few episodes. I think
Josh?
Tim Armstrong
Josh?
was in an episode. That was pretty
That's
cool.
pretty cool. Well, yeah, I mean, and Chris Carter and Vince Gilligan, I'm not sure. I think it's Vince Gilligan. Like, he's always had kind of like punk leaning throughout X-Files. Like, there's a great episode, it's probably like season 3 or 4 with Giovanni Ribisi and I can't remember who the other guy is, but he's wearing a Vandal shirt the entire time, like the green V with the assault rifle over it. And I'm pretty sure there's a couple of Vandal songs in the episode, but they've always done a really good job of incorporating that stuff through there. So I think the melding of the two makes sense. And DK also introduced me to the song David Duchovny after I'd written Dana Scully, which I'd never heard before. And I was like, this is like the perfect companion piece to David
It's a
Duchovny.
beautiful song.
Yeah, that song's incredible. Who's that by? Bree
Sharp.
Bree Sharp.
And I don't think I've ever heard anything else by her
Yeah.
except that song, but it's on a lot of my Spotify playlists.
Oh, that's great.
Well, maybe we can get a tour together.
What's up, Bree?
That'd be great.
Oh, yeah.
You still rocking, Bree? All right.
Got room on the bus for one more.
She can bunk with Julie.
Joy.
Well, we being that we are in almost December, I figured maybe appropriate to talk some holiday stuff.
Sure.
And we have a date on the calendar, including the big return of DK Christmas.
Yeah,
baby.
That is right.
After
Yeah.
a six-year
Been a
hiatus?
6-year hiatus, yeah.
Too long.
Yeah.
We did it for 11 years. We did 2006 to 2016. And, it gets exhausting. You can ask my wife. She's like, you just get so, exhausted and worn out from planning and everything. Because it is intense to plan a big show, but also, I love it. So it's a little give and take on that. But, bringing it back. It's going to be at the Heavy Anchor on December 10th. And Ben Diesel is going to be the, quote unquote, Dan Kelley Christmas band. We're going to play a bunch of, rockin' versions of some Christmas songs, a couple original Christmas tunes. Going to play some some raucous versions of like Run Run Rudolph and some of the old hymns like We Three Kings and stuff like that, and just rock them out. And we're gonna do that. And Stars Go Out are gonna play too.
So.
Our band besties. Joe's gonna pull double duty.
Oh yeah,
Always.
And then Holy Hand Grenades. They're gonna be there. We love those guys.
What's up, y'all?
Greg and
Hi.
Greg and Matt.
I'd like
And
to
Greg.
say,
Matt, Ricky.
I'd like to take the second and say hi.
And those guys actually played our farewell show, our quote unquote farewell show back in 2019. Yeah, they're like, hey, we're coming back. We're gonna need you
Were
to
they
play
there
like
when
what?
we did Swell Fellas too? Who do we play Swell Fellas?
That's what I was wondering. I couldn't remember
I'm
who
pretty
that
sure
show
it was
with.
them.
I thought Holy Hand Grenades were there.
I don't think they were, but
I mean,
Wow.
but anyway,
Shut down, dude.
but I think one of my favorite moments, that was our farewell show. They took the Golden Girls theme song and they turned it into "Thank You for Being a Band,"
yes.
and I just thought it was so cool that they changed all the lyrics, made it a parody about hey, you always book some shows, and
Yeah, my favorite line was that like we never would have played shows if it weren't for you guys or whatever, because like we always threw them on shows and they're like, yeah, well, we'll do it.
yeah. Now they're playing more, so that. Oh, I like
That's
to take
great.
a little credit for that, right, guys?
That's right.
Anyway, and so Holy Hand Grenades, and then opening the show is going to be Jason's buddy Chris.
River Miles, what's up,
Yep.
Chris?
River
Chris.
Miles is it's going to be an acoustic, solo acoustic, I believe.
Yeah,
right?
and he plays guitar and sings in a big cover band called Rock Opera that they play out at like Cedar Lake Cellars and stuff like that a lot, and like Carondelet Park. They're really, really awesome. They do like I think 50s, 60s, and 70s covers, and they might have even expanded it a little bit beyond there. But I mean, as far as like faithful cover band renditions go, they're lights out. So if you get the chance, definitely check out Rock Opera.
Nice. Yeah. Well, then, and you said this show. So this is December 10th at the Heavy Anchor. $10?
Yeah, it's $10. I think it's also important to notice or to note that it is a charity show.
Right.
We are all the proceeds, all the door money, all the band stuff, whatever, all the T-shirt sales. I've got new shirts, guys. That's all going to go to benefit Ready Readers.
Here, I'll hold mine up to the microphone.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, you can see it in the mic. Nice.
That's
good
That's
vibration.
nice.
And the Ready Readers is a local organization that they go into low income communities and then read to groups of kids who and give them access to books that they may not have had access to before. So on that note, we are also accepting book donations. Along with the money we'll send them, which I'm sure can probably they'll be able to get books and fund their stuff with that, but. They're looking for books, especially for I believe it's infant through 12 years old, and then just they specifically don't bring us any activity books, stuff that
Right.
can be
Like coloring
drawn in
books.
and
And no
stuff
like
that.
Harlequin romance or bodice rippers or stuff like that.
don't think-
Let's keep it for the kids. So.
Homegrown
I mean, if you
sexy
can
stuff.
if you can find a Harlequin novel that was written for like a 9-year-old, I'd be really curious.
Please don't give people that challenge.
Oh no, now I'm on a list.
We're shut down.
That no religious books.
Sorry, Ready Readers, now that you've had to hear this spiel. But yeah,
I
they're a
think
very
that's,
good organization that my friend volunteers for, and that's how we found out. Through my wife and her friends that they work there and or volunteer with them, and yeah, so I'm looking forward to collaborating with those guys
Yeah, man.
for a fun show.
Yeah.
Good cause.
Yeah, that's always a great time. I mean, like I've put together a few benefit shows in the years past, and and it's just always nice to give back and do something good for the community like that in any sense. But yeah, especially for the kids, man. I did a Toys for Tots one a couple of years back, and that was a lot of fun to. We raised some money and we went shopping and got to fill like 4 shopping carts full of all these toys and stuff. It was just felt really cool to do that.
Were you tempted to take them home yourself?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
So just go and load them up here in the truck.
Yeah.
No, but again, it just does, especially for the holiday season and everything else. It's good do those things and give back, and especially to support those kids. And so that's very cool of you guys to do this. And so again, come on out December 10th, the Heavy Anchor in St. Louis, Missouri. And you mentioned some rockin' Christmas tunes, and we might hear a brand new Ben Diesel song that just released on the streamers the other day. But you guys have the Santa Claus now.
Yeah.
Based on a true story.
This is Jason's life.
That actually happened.
Yeah, it's really happened.
There's this documentary from 1994 starring Tim Allen.
They got Tim Allen to play the part of me.
Yeah.
My actual son Charlie played the part of Charlie. So
Interesting.
But yeah, so DK more or less hit me up and was like, "Yo, we're doing DK Christmas Skin this year. Would you want to do like another like original Christmas song?" And I started racking my brain for. I think I did the typical approach of like Aliens or something at first, and I couldn't find something I liked. And then
the typical approach
for a Ben Diesel song at least. And then I started thinking about just how ridiculous the premise of the movie The Santa Claus was, and what it would be like to become Santa but want to be out. And I did see actually that Tim Allen is doing a new thing on Disney Plus called The Santa Clauses, where he announces he's retiring. I don't remember that stipulation being on the business card, so I think
I think there's only one way out.
BS.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for cursing.
It's not the new stuff's not canon.
Yeah, so, but he does still have Bernard the Elf, which I don't know. He looks like he's aged. I don't think the anti-aging thing has worked on them. But so we were just thinking about how silly it was, and I remember saying the lyrics to DK, and he was like, "I don't know if I want to do a song about killing Santa Claus," and I was like, "I totally understand that, but it's not about killing Santa Claus per se." And I think the more that we dicked around with it, we were like, this, I think this would be a fun one to do. So we ended up having a blast doing it, and Joey recorded it here and did an incredible job. So so The Santa Claus by Ben Diesel is a faithful retelling of the movie.
I think my favorite line, I mean, there's a lot of them, a lot of good ones in there, but when Dan says, when he breathes his last breath, he put on his pants and like, I don't know, just
And his hat.
And his hat.
That
too.
But I don't know, that just made me laugh, like, so silly.
Since I was a kid, all I wanted to be was Santa Claus on Christmas Eve. Imagine all the joy, think of all the toys and magic, not to mention all the milk and cookies. But sadly it did not come true, 'cause I'm a human just like you. Then when I was 5 I saw a movie that showed me a clue. Turns out all you have to do
It's preposterous.
But we just watched the. I guess there's 2. I think there's maybe another one out there now, but we were kind of waiting till like. Me and Stacy like to just binge through them. We do so with with the new Santa Clauses, they're doing like a new episode every Wednesday.
Oh, it's like a TV show thing.
Yeah, and there's 6 of them up until I think the 14th or something like that. So anyway, we're like, well, we'll just wait till they're all there because then we can just knock them all out.
Yeah.
And but anyway, we started watching the first 2, and then we realized that. So then we're like, we'll take a break. But it is fun. It is it's fun to see them all back in that world. Tim Allen back, and yeah, that is such a ridiculous concept for a movie like that. That this is the first 3 of them and stuff. But
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, and we delve into the important questions like how does Mrs. Claus handle this? Because it'd be a different Santa coming home every time, wouldn't it? I mean, or like, do the reindeer not notice? Are they not put off by this?
Someone has to say something.
Which is funny because I just saw Tim Allen on Fallon promoting it, and he says he must have heard the song or something. Because are we
gonna get sued by Tim?
Yeah,
Allen?
I mean, hopefully. I mean, that's what we're going for. But Tim's saying that's really like the gist of this series was like trying to fill in some of those plot holes. They were like, he said when he first got the job, like, and he shows up to the North Pole. How come the elves aren't like, who's this guy? It's like, and also, what about the other Miss Claus and like this and everything, and like,
damn it, people are gonna think we're ripping on Santa Claus.
So
Darn it.
Because in the series, when I watched it, Miss Claus is like asking about that. What about the other Miss Clauses? Like, what are their names and like it had to be others
think
before
each
me.
new Santa would get to pick his own Miss Claus,
right?
Like he wouldn't
want
to be
bring his own.
Yeah.
Be white.
Bring your own wife.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So I mean,
so what's the premise of the Santa Claus 2? Because I never saw that one.
I don't know. There's so he clones himself. He has like a robot clone.
Okay.
There's,
What?
Yeah, there's like
Cheating with Keaton.
Yeah. There's like a robot version of him that like that goes evil and like starts like trying to take over and kind of thing. So
I'm amazed that these movies are somehow outpacing us for ridiculousness.
Yeah.
That's an incredible plot. Damn it. Should have watched that one before I wrote this song.
I should have got that.
Yep. Well, that's next Christmas, 23. We'll have the Santa Claus 2 song.
How many movies are there?
There's 3.
Okay, so
3 movies and now a series. Yeah.
I've only ever seen the original movie, and I'm not sure I need more.
The third one's was Martin Shorten also.
Oh, okay.
And he's like a I don't know, I forget his like. I just remember the poster. He's like a Jack Frost character. He's all like
another Michael Keaton.
Yeah, right. Yeah, classic Michael Keaton movie. Yeah, playing a harmonica.
Crossover here.
Yeah. What's up, Michael?
Yeah, I guess I just ripping off everything he did. So. But this song, your version of the Santa Claus, the real version, is it's super fun, and I could totally hear it playing in the credits or something like this of the Santa Claus, or something like that. They always kind of have the more like regular version of the song or something, but then like in the trailer it's always like kind of a rock or something or whatever. It's some kind of different interpretation. I feel like this version could be playing out while you guys were
So they still haven't released the last few episodes of the show, so we got to hit them up.
Yeah, there's still time.
Although we do explicitly say I hate you, Tim Allen, in this song. So I don't know if we'll have to radio edit that. And we did say the director should go to jail. So I think
we should serve at least,
probably
at least a little bit. American Community Service, I'd be fine with that.
But no, this song's super fun. So added to your holiday playlist on your favorite streaming platforms.
Oh yeah.
Is there? We had in the Dana Scully video, aliens and everything running. Do you guys plan to do a Santa Claus video? I mean, do we?
We had talked about it. I don't think the timeline worked with everything else we had
I think
going
we
on.
ran out of time with tour.
We did do a video for the last original, the South City Christmas song. We did a fun video for that.
You can see that one on YouTube.
Yeah, that's on the YouTubes for South City Christmas. But I think it would be fun to do a video for this, especially because it would require one of us falling off a roof. So
I can take a
You're
hit.
the latter guy.
I can take a hit.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully, I think the music video is a lot of fun for us to do, and we had hopefully we'll do a few more for some of the newer ones that are coming out. So
I like the cover art that you guys did too. That like Santa's got a green mohawk, and
That was
James.
James.
Yeah.
He was sitting on the bus. He had it kind of worked up before.
He wished
but-
he never asked us.
No, he was sitting on the bus in his brand new Duster, finishing up the edits on it, and I think it turned out great.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he's been drawing like crazy lately.
And we'd be remiss to not mention the Star's new holiday song that he also did the artwork for.
He sure did.
That's on the Spotify as well.
I'm never taking this duster off.
Never.
I think like the only way to clean it is you like hose it
Yeah,
off
you have
with a
to hose it
garden
off.
hose.
I think that's what it even said.
It's like sit out back and because it's like oiled cotton, like it's not actually leather.
Yeah, some sort of.
Can I say I love that your background picture is Matt. It's incredible.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, that's awesome.
His lock screen.
my arch nemesis.
Matt
Yeah,
Bosler.
that's incredible. Which I've really his new song that he just put out, "Waste of Time," is fantastic. I've been listening to that like fairly nonstop.
That was on the
It's
tour
really,
playlist,
yep.
wasn't it?
Yeah, that song is really really solid.
Yeah.
So what's up, Matt?
Yeah.
What's up?
It's one of those,
just
hate the artist, love the art. No,
Yeah, right.
no. We only pretend to hate you, Matt.
I don't. I really like you.
I don't even pretend. We just talk. We just laugh and talk shit
Just
at this
kidding.
fake feud. I mean, very real feud between Shane and Matt.
Yes.
Very real.
My one thing I really loved about his podcast was that he really highlighted the fact that despite being named Ben Diesel, we really have no affiliation or knowledge of the films of Vin Diesel because he put a trivia together and basically all the questions the answers were Vin Diesel films, and we didn't know like any of them. And he's like, "Oh, I thought you guys might know these because your name's Ben Diesel." I was like, "You would think that, wouldn't you?" But no, I didn't know a single one.
That's two different people.
It's two different.
Ben Diesel, Vin Diesel,
Right.
which we got called Vin Diesel the other night.
Really?
Just named the band Vin Diesel. Yeah, Kevin Klein was
Yeah, it's
taken,
not
so we went with our
it's not
second
the same
favorite
person.
actor.
Like people think that all the time, but it's just not.
No, if we haven't
relation.
if we haven't gotten sued by Vin yet, I mean, we've got no chance.
He was on Cameo.
Oh my God! Why did that's
Didn't we talk about having him like introduce us? Let's get a clip and play it as our intro music.
Is David Duchovny on? He's got to be on Cameo. What's he doing these days? What's up, David?
So
It was just the other night I saw the strangest flashing lights penetrate the peaceful sky. There I stood mesmerized. Its movements were undefined by physics, logic, space, and time. Just as soon as it arrived, it disappeared. Later on, as I flipped bottle caps at newspapers in musty stacks, men in sharp suits showed up and spoke to me through the screen. They knew my name and my last floor, and through pitted teeth against the door, they told me what I thought I saw was not what I had seen at all. Traded in my seat at the bar for nights alone spent searching stars. Dark van stays on my street, not what I would call discreet. I think I saw this episode Sterling presented long ago. Man loses mind at home, wondering if we're not alone. Sometimes they call when I'm in bed. Silent black void and the line goes dead. It's not like anyone would believe me, were I inclined to tell. If we're alone, what wasted space? But if we're not, I wish they'd brace this riverbank once more and take me with them for a spell.
Well, we mentioned the road and the RV.
Talking about the road.
Yeah. And shout out to the D. And
What's up? What's up, Cage?
Yeah,
What's up,
Rage
JB?
Cage. And you guys are after DK Christmas and stuff and the holidays. You guys are hitting the road again in January on a
January
run
6th.
to Wichita,
Yes, sir.
which is lovely this time of year.
I'm sure not many places are lovely at first week of January.
Yeah.
But
This is the best time of year to be in Wichita.
Yeah.
So I've
Is that a fact?
It's going to be nice and chilly. Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the fields have been plowed. There's no
All the fields are
allergens in it. No allergens in the air.
That's good.
I didn't,
I'm
I
always
didn't think
worried
about
that.
the allergens part.
Yeah.
I was just thinking
That's
about
gonna be
the
really nice.
frozen part.
Yeah.
Now, if I could pick between, no offense to you, if I could pick
I
between
feel offended already.
82 degree weather or no allergens, I think I'd take no allergens. So that's a good call. I'm looking forward to
I think
the
it's
frozen
good.
I
tundra.
was
I'm
going
not
to say,
offended by that at all.
I was
I'm
going to
on
say,
that same page.
are you about to say something?
I don't know that I'm
You can't
allergic to
take-
anything. But yeah, we in the summer run we went out to Monica House in Wichita, and they were super awesome. It was such a cool setup. I think it was kind of started as like a local art institution, and then it kind of blossomed into becoming a live music venue. And they've added a really awesome, like it was one of the better sounding like
Yeah, it
stages,
was
especially
so
for
great.
like not even just especially for a house, but just in general, it sounded really good in there. And it was just a really neat setup. And I believe she said, Monica said that they're currently working on, they'd purchased another building that their hope is by next summer.
Springfield, I
So
think, right?
yeah. Well, so they have another Monica House. I think they're putting in Springfield, but she had mentioned that in Wichita they had bought
cool.
a place that they were hoping to turn into a spot for bands to crash when they came through town
How
and played
cool is
there.
that?
So she was awesome, and I saw that she had posted that they were having like a winter fest at Monica House, like a 3-day music fest. And I just reached out and I was like, hey, we would love to swing out if you have any open availability, because we were hoping to go out one last time in January before the impending arrival of baby Kelley. So it worked out perfectly. And she got back right away and she's like, oh my gosh, yeah, we'd love to have you guys back. And then, Friday, January 6th, we'll be back out at Wichita at Monica House playing again. Really excited. And, and honestly, hearkening back to one of your earlier questions when you asked like what was the favorite part of the most recent run, I think it kind of goes holistically for all of the runs in general, that I'm constantly blown away by people's hospitality and how friendly and nice they are to a bunch of goofballs, coming from St. Louis in an RV or a van or whatever. People are always,
they don't know us.
They're so
literally the
friendly.
coolest experience.
They ask, they get us, they ask if they can help us out in any way. They give us advice. They give us good connections. And I think,
Buy our t-shirts.
yeah, and I mean, I think And
unbelievable.
On these runs, I think the most valuable thing you can do is make friends with the bands, make friends with the venues. And, if even 2 or 3 people show up and dig what you're doing, that's awesome. But when you can start building this little network of venues that you can go to or people that enjoyed having you and would have you back, that's where it all starts kind of flowing. And I will say that, again, every time I've played Iowa, even with my old bands and stuff, it was always like surprisingly well packed. And this time was no exception. There was like 40 or 50 people there, like just awesome. Built in Des Moines. So,
which is us and one local and just, it was so much fun.
But so Monica House especially was super nice to us. And I'm really excited to go back and hang out with them again. So I'm hoping it can be a regular thing. For sure.
Yeah, I'm personally, I'm trying to get to a place where I can do some of that here. I've kind of talked about it in the past, really as a goal. But we're talking about building a new home, and and that's like kind of a goal that I'd like to include in that. Where I'd like to start trying to maybe do like house concerts type of stuff, just more acoustic songwriter type of things. Nothing too wild, but
the Shane Presley band shell.
Yeah,
that's right.
But having a room for people, like especially where I would be building, would be like midway between St. Louis and Columbia. Yeah. So anybody running that stretch of 70, if they want to crash and for the night and stuff, like offer my home and hospitality and stuff. So.
Columbia especially has gotten to be kind of a hard place to book, despite being a college town. There's just not as many venues around anymore.
It's kind of shocking.
It is bizarre.
I don't understand it.
I have
Columbia, if you're out there.
Yeah, please let us know. Well, like we played Cafe Berlin there, but at the time I had a buddy who was working there, so he kind of helped us get our foot in the door. But I have a friend named Jesse who he runs. Why can't I remember the name of the places now? The Social Room out in Columbia. What's up, Jesse? But he'll host live music on like Sunday nights, but he's like, there's just no local bands and there's no venues for it down there anymore. And when I lived in Columbia, there was like 6 venues actively besides the Blue Note and like Mojo's where you could go play if you were trying to play around Columbia. Rose Music Hall is that used to be called Mojo's.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but then there was like the Blue Fugue. You play at Quentin's. There was the Bridge. There was Roxy's. There was Freak
I wonder
Show.
what that's all about.
And I think it was. I can't say for sure, but I know that Broadway Apartments have bought up like a lot of downtown and turned it into apartment buildings. So I think a lot of the areas that used to be, like Quentin's was a 3-level bar with a nightclub that had live music stuff, and that all got sold and turned into apartments. So I think a lot of it just kind of got bought up and turned into stuff. But that we did play way back in like I guess 2019 at the Rock. Was that like 2019 was like Rock Bottom Room? Mm-hmm. That was like a kind of off the grid house show, and that was an absolute blast. Yeah. So I'm sure that kind of stuff still survives around Columbia, and I know there's like the Many Colored Death and other bands that still play around there, but it seems like they're kind of getting out more. Otherwise, when they're at home, they're playing at like the Blue Note or something like that for the most part. So
yeah, MCD rules.
Yeah, they're fantastic. Yes. Yeah. What's up, MCD?
I don't know, man. It's I do wish there was more. And especially between St. Louis to Columbia, like there was more options in between too, like more smaller venues that, even in St. Louis, we don't have a ton of smaller venues anymore. We have, the Heavy Anchor, but, there's not really like a lot of options for some more, smaller scale shows. We need
the Midwest Music Pit back.
Yeah, right.
What's up, Todd?
What's up, Todd? My constant daydream is that eventually when Nikki and I make our way out across the river, which I'm sure will inevitably happen in the next few years. Sorry, Nikki, for throwing that out on the air. That I will. I would like to really work to try to establish some kind of decent all ages venue around the St. Charles area. I think it's sorely missed. I think that you're in such a nexus of high schools and areas where there's young musicians that are, I know they exist, but like, where do you go to play? Like you can't go to the 18 and up clubs in the city, and you go to Babylon Music Hall or whatever, like Diamond Music Hall or whatever. Like I don't know what exists out there. But I think that it's something that, like when I was growing up, the ability to have somewhere to go that my parents felt comfortable letting me go, where they knew there wasn't alcohol, where it was just kids and sodas and snacks and like 16, 17-year-olds playing guitar until like 10 p.m. Like that was where I was allowed to go. I wasn't allowed to go to Creepy Crawl or stuff like that. And it was such a big deal to have something like that. I don't know that I ever would have started or continued playing music if something like that didn't exist, or Sally T's, or like just a place where kids could play. And I just feel like that's so few and far between now, because people are more focused on turning a profit. But what if you had an all ages venue that didn't need that music aspect to not go in the red? Like it was a coffee shop or a co-op shop during the day or something like that, and then in the evening you hosted live music or something like. And people need things like that. Otherwise, the dream of being a garage band or even playing your own acoustic songs out there, like that kind of dies. So I think something like that would be so cool.
Yeah. Well,
so if you want to go into a co-op together of some kind and
maybe
do an all ages venue, let's make it happen.
Yeah, maybe we need to do that. Maybe we'll all team up and make it happen.
Looking for investors.
Yeah. I've got a lot of ideas. I just don't have any money.
Yep.
So
I think the way to do it would be to get a bunch of people who are into it to do an LLC, get kind of something that bears the brunt of failure if it is to occur, and kind of go from there. But I just can't imagine that, in an area where you've got, I don't even know how many schools are in the high schools are in the Winslow district now. And then you got Zumwalt and Francis Howell. And I mean, all these schools, you're telling me there aren't at least 5 bands out there that are looking for places to go, or 10, or, someone that just wants to get out and play a show. Like, I don't know.
And there's there's a ton of talent out there. I get to talk to quite a few, younger bands, high school age bands that.
Do you find that do they say it's hard to get out and play in the environment?
Yeah, I mean, but they have to go to the city also. I mean, like Red Flag or whatever.
They'll do all ages show, right?
Yeah. So there's a couple of spots like that, or Blueberry Hill's been real good to a lot of younger bands right now. I noticed they've been a lot of the bands that they're booking are all high school age. Like, I mean, besides like the national touring thing, but they've been really doing a lot to support the younger kids. So
that's great.
Yeah, and that's a good room to start for sure.
The children are our future.
Yeah, but I mean,
write a song about that.
Well, you can find Ben Diesel on your socials, your Facebook and Instagram. Get plugged in for some more tour dates coming soon and everything else. But
hit us up on the socials. We got bendieselstl.com. That's got our link tree with all our stuff, or hit us up on Instagram at bendieselstl. Same on Facebook.
Yeah, and you can find all the older tunes on the streamers or Bandcamp.
Yep, we got all of it up there,
including the split with Stars Go Out that we mentioned.
And I still haven't taken down our old embarrassing demos, so that stuff's still up there.
There's some gold. There's some gold in there to be found. If you dig.
This. So I got a couple of questions for you guys before we get out of here and get your take on all these. So I had a discussion the other day, and I've been seeing a lot online, and it was more for Thanksgiving, but I think the same could go for a Christmas or any holiday meal. But a lot of people were really opinionated on holiday sides. And a lot of people were really like trashing green bean casserole and stuff.
Stop.
Blasphemy.
But yeah,
Stop.
So
we happen to know somebody that makes a bomb green bean casserole.
So that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, why don't you get your guys' take?
Dan.
If you guys want to, if we want to go around the table, maybe say your number one and your least favorite holiday side item for your meals. What would you say is number one, and what's your least favorite?
Well, I'm going to say, especially for Thanksgiving, the mashed potatoes and gravy, key. You can't, and I love doing the corn too and mixing it all in there. I was never a fan of like the sweet potatoes or like the sweet potato casserole. I've come around to it, we've done
with like the marshmallows and stuff.
Yeah, like I'm not sure I need it with the marshmallows and all that.
I find that you need to mix it with the savory to really enjoy it. Like some turkey with the that's
There's a dish
gravy. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Like a
that's
Mayflower.
So I'm going to be honest with you. I'm struggling now to think of one that I don't, specifically don't like. I think that's the great thing about all the holiday sides is that they're all pretty great.
Yeah.
Mostly bad for you, but you're not eating like that every day. Well, yeah, maybe we are.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
I would say for me the number one is probably stuffing. So I've had both worlds. So my mom will typically do the stovetop stuffing, which I adore, and I just have like grown up on. And even like summer high schools, when I didn't know what to eat, I would just make a thing of stovetop stuffing and like eat it throughout the day. Like, but my mother-in-law does a really like home style stuffing where, with like all the fresh cut like bread and celery, and she incorporates like sausage and other stuff in it too, which is really good. But either way, stuffing is like my number one favorite. And I don't know, I would struggle to find a least favorite. I guess if someone brought a salad or something, I'd be like, I like salad, but not on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Like, don't take up space on my plate with that shit.
It doesn't really have its place.
Yeah, so I would say salad is a bad Thanksgiving side. So
Yeah. Yeah, I would say for me, if I could mix together some stuffing and some mashed potatoes, that would be my ideal side. Yeah, for sure. And I would say less right?
I'm not going to stop you.
I know, right? Yeah. We make a super sweet stuffing that's like Julie's family's recipe from I don't know where it is, but we have an old family formula, and we make it, and it's so good, so good. But then I mix that with some mashed potatoes and gravy, and that's so good. And if I had to say like my least favorite, which is also so good, would be the sweet potato.
Yeah.
But it's also,
But I've
also
definitely come
love
around
it.
to
I was
it,
like,
yeah. As a kid, I always passed on it.
Yeah. I'm not bugged by it. And
Now,
I
like-
put it on my plate every time. But
I'll put it on my plate with his
I just
potatoes.
love it all so much. It's just like, how do you pick?
Put some gravy on it. Just put some gravy on the sweet potatoes and
Got
mushrooms,
you.
marshmallows.
Cover from start to finish.
Yeah. Or like anything with debris. I definitely don't like anything with any kind of like bark or like, clippings or whatever.
Like tree.
Any kind of clippings.
No fresh grass clippings.
None of that.
You want your leaves in a biodegradable bag?
If we could avoid that. But other than that, yeah, definitely no pine cones. Well, I mean, maybe like
a couple.
No, yeah, definitely no.
If they're
pine
cooked
cones. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you got to boil them down pretty good. You got to reduce it down really, 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 really well. But
Well, this is devolved.
but other than that, I would say
I saw a great clip, Bruce Springsteen on Seth Meyers' show, and he was talking about sides, and he was saying that that's what he wants is sweet potatoes with the little marshmallows, and he wants cranberry sauce right out of the can. And like, it just made me laugh that like, again, he's super rich, got all this money, and they still wants
that's right.
just cranberry sauce right out of the can. I'm like,
Straight from the can, baby.
Can't beat it.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
But
No wolf spiders, please.
it was funny at our Thanksgiving. Like afterwards, I saw the plate or the spread. It was like the table there, and then like all the other stuff was destroyed, but like somebody only took like one scoop out of the sweet potatoes. So
Oh no.
they weren't out of hit at the. At
Nikki's
ours.
mom will push
Yeah.
mashed potato or the marshmallows to one side because Nikki doesn't like it with the marshmallows on. So you'll have it'll be like 85% marshmallow, and then there's like this one little quadrant that's like marshmallow free.
This is for you, dear.
Yeah.
Thanks, Karen.
But yeah, I don't know. It just seems like this year there was a lot of debate online about sides and stuff, and a lot of hate towards the GBC. So
That's what I made for Sarah's family.
Yeah.
That was my job, was to make the green bean casserole.
Yeah,
I bet it turned out good too.
It was great. Yeah. I went with Old Reliable.
yeah.
Got to.
You know?
Someone's got to.
All right. Hugh, we've mentioned a lot of names. The
Santa Claus,
Santa
Tim
Claus.
Allen, Vin Diesel.
Is there
Tenacious D.
We brought them up.
Is there a particular dream duet or collaboration you guys would love to see for Ben Diesel? Is there?
For me personally, if there was like a trio I could play with, it would be you, and me.
That's fantastic.
Well, we're already there.
That's my dream.
Making his dreams come true.
Dream has done come true.
Calling it back to the Hall and Oates, the yacht rock side.
That'd be great.
of it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, I feel like the typical answer would be for me to go with Alkaline Trio, but I think that it would be really entertaining if we did a duet with Steely Dan, because I feel like it would really upset Donald Fagen and Walter Beckett to be like, why are we playing with these guys?
Oh yeah,
And
it would
it's
upset them so much.
like we're covering Ricky Don't Lose the Number with them, and they're like, what? Why are these guys playing it with us? It's like for the music awards or something. It's like duet between Steely Dan and Ben Diesel, and they're like, who the fuck is Ben Diesel?
I'm just gonna put it out there. Do we know? Does does Gillian Anderson sing? Because that would be great to get her to come in and sing a song with us.
Could
It
she
would be
just
like,
stand skeptically off to the side?
Right.
Yeah, sure. Ben Diesel featuring Dana Scully herself.
Featuring Scolding Looks by Gillian Anderson.
Yeah. Let's see if we can make that happen. That would be fun.
What's up, Gillian?
What's up?
We'll just we'll tag her hashtag or something.
All right, I was thinking about this one too the other day. Like, you guys get to let's say you go to the concert. You guys are down there front row rocking out, and whoever the band is, they say, "Hey guys, get up here. We need you to sing this song with us." Like, what would be the band, and what would be the song that you would love to take the stage and perform with?
So are we just getting up and grabbing a mic, or are we?
Yeah,
We get to pick the band too.
yeah. What would be like your dream situation, like that? You get called up on stage and get to sing with the band, and
Meatloaf, I do anything for love. Obviously,
right. R.I.P.
Obviously, I think. And now I'm drawing a blank on it.
Taylor Swift, Shake It Off.
We're definitely going to join. You heard it here first. You heard it here
What's
first,
up, folks? What's up, folks?
We are going to join Taylor Swift on stage for the Eras tour coming up.
Yeah.
It broke
She doesn't know it
Ticketmaster,
yet, but
and
she'll know.
yeah, we'll be up there. We'll be up there singing with her.
That would be yeah. She's
What song though? Should have said no.
it's too real.
I do enjoy the new meme kind of thing of the videos of like it's me, and it's like
All the self-deprecating stuff.
When I first heard that song, I told Nikki, I was like, if that doesn't become a TikTok trend, I will eat my hat. And within like a day it was.
Yeah, right.
But I was thinking like a funny take on it that I would love to do or see someone do would be if someone said it's me high, but it was just several pictures of them really stoned. It's like, it's me high. And it's just like pictures of them just like blitzed out of their gourd. That's
challenge accepted.
I think if I could pick a song and band, I would love to be called up by Jimmy to perform That Thing You Do with the Oneaters. I think it would be just an absolute delight to play with them. So
And then you could get up there and sing it so that Jimmy could go off and be like, I
quit.
quit.
I quit.
I quit, Mr. White. And then Jason's like, well, here I am. I'm the new singer of the Oneaters.
Careful, girls. He's engaged.
Hey, that's the Oneaters. Okay.
So you sticking with your original answer?
Oh yeah, for sure. That was definitely well thought out.
You sure you don't want to take another crack at that, man?
What Shane's saying is too better.
Meatloaf's Corpse. Yeah, R.I.P. man. What? All right. What about this? Is there something you guys think you could get into the Guinness Book of World Records for?
I shudder to think.
Yeah. Being the biggest idiot.
I don't know. Is there an entry for most Fireball drank on tour? Because that was the motivation for several stops.
on both ends, right?
Yeah.
They don't sell liquor at gas stations in Des Moines.
Oh, yeah.
We had to drive
You guys
around
gotta get
forever,
that.
and then we got the tour bus lost, which you guys weren't there for. And I was like,
There were no
lost.
turns.
I
Yeah.
am lost. And I had to ask James.
You should have just driven
I was
home.
like, James, can you help? And he was like so annoyed. I was like, you've been sitting there for 17 hours. Can you just help
And
me?
then Julie
for
called
5 seconds?
and he was like using his phone to help you. Oh my god.
I was like, I lost my navigator.
That was the gas
15
station where I
minutes, and
found.
we were gone. We were like in Wisconsin.
That's
This is what
amazing.
happens when you don't have DK by your side. Being
I was like,
the
come on,
navigator.
guys. Frank's back there on dilly-dallying on his phone, and I think Julie was there too. Did you
Yeah,
go into
Julie
it
was
again?
Julie was
Yeah.
went in there with
Because
us.
Julie was the one
Yeah,
who wanted
Julie
to
was
buy
with
the
you. So it was
Fireball.
James and Frank, and they were just both doofing on their phone. I'm like, guys,
Please,
I'm
someone.
lost.
Guys, you realize this?
Like,
They're like,
you
"Oh,
know,
that's-"
I don't like to ask for help, but I'm lost. And they were pissed. Both of them were pissed.
James just
They
in
were
his duster,
genuinely
pissed off. Like,
He was, yeah, I know. He hadn't
Just
he didn't
heavy
have the
size.
duster yet,
Oh.
but he still kind of like walked up the front of the bus like, I had the.
In a huff. Was there just heavy
Come on,
size
guys.
all around?
Come on. It was definitely heavy size. I forgot, what was the question?
Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah.
heavy size.
Yeah, most heavy size. Most heavy size and
Least helpful. Least helpful bandmates.
They're coming around. They're coming around for sure. But
yeah.
least helpful bandmates, heaviest size, in a 15-minute span.
Maybe due to the amount of Fireball, though. It's possible.
What about you guys have been a band for quite a while now. You got to do a lot of cool things, over the years. Got to, DK Christmas, raising money for kids and everything else. But what do you guys have a particular most proud moment of your musical history together? Is there a moment that comes to mind that you guys think about that's like you're proudest of?
Ben Diesel.
Sure,
I think. Oh, I would say certainly in top 3 was getting to do our CD release party at Blueberry Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it was when they asked me to play. It was super sweet.
Oh,
It's still not official, so don't
I know.
get too comfortable.
It was just nice when you asked. It's nice to be asked.
I would concur with DK. I think there was like a little bit of a, I don't know, there's a little vinegar to it too. I think because like I remember when we got down there, like it just like they ended up having to bring down another bartender. Like it was almost like they didn't expect it.
They
to
didn't
be
think we were going to bring the
something
heat, and we
big,
brought
and
the
then we
Right, we brought
hacked
the heat.
it.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. I remember we like just looking out across that room and being like, holy shit, there's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
That's always a cool feeling.
It was incredible.
and it's going to sound cheesy as hell, but we already kind of touched on it. But the friends we've made along
Yeah.
the way. But like seriously, like
Yeah.
these stints of going out on the road have been so cool and so fun, and we have made new friends along the way.
I would also add in playing the 1000th episode show was excellent. Even just to be
That was
asked
such a cool
because
night.
yourself, you're such a stalwart of the scene, and
Well, that's
to
how
be
we met too.
incorporated
Was
with
like
something
through
like that.
this, through music and stuff, through the show.
Yeah.
So I agree. I think the friends we made is fun because like
That's everything.
yeah, man. Like I'm so glad we linked up on the first episode of the podcast together and like that
Yeah,
we
Jason's like, this guy Shane's going to come over to your house. Okay, cool. I guess we'll be best friends now.
right. Yeah, man. It's
how it's
like
gonna
it's
be.
led to so much. Since then we've had a lot of great times together, including that party and stuff. So yeah, I mean that's why I wanted you guys there. Was like you've been a big part of the last several years of the show. So
We appreciate it, man.
but thank you for bringing a friend. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, very cool, guys. I've had a lot of fun here with you today. And join us December 10th at the Heavy Anchor in St. Louis, Missouri for DK Christmas. have a good time, raise some money for some kids. What's the organization again?
Ready Readers.
Ready Readers.
Yeah.
In stereo.
Yep.
ReadyReaders.org.
And you can cash at the door, or
Yeah, I think
and
they
bring a
take
book.
cards now.
Yeah.
And then,
I
for
think it is 18 and up,
Yeah.
right?
it's 21 and up
yeah.
because it is the heavy anchor.
Heavy anchor is always 21.
They are always 21 and up, and you can do Venmo for the shirts, or if you wanted to donate more than the cover charge or whatever. I know some people feel generous. It's always appreciated, but never expected.
For sure.
Also, if Dan Kelley Christmas is not enough incentive to come to the Heavy Anchor, I believe Jody
on live TV.
we will do that. I believe Jody will have her mulled wine for sale. So Jody makes some absolutely one of the owners of the Heavy Anchor makes some absolutely fantastic home-brewed concoctions using ingredients from their own garden, and their mulled wine is like a holiday staple for us at our household. So I can't recommend it enough. Get yourself some.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, thanks to Josh and Jody for putting this show on.
What's up, Josh
Thank
and
you,
Jody?
guys.
You what did it say on there? Something about bring a book and a raffle ticket or something.
Yeah, we still figured out the details
Yeah.
on that, but we're going to put some sort of raffle prize together.
It's just going to be studio time. So if you don't have a band, get one. Otherwise
you one
it
and
can be
come on
worthless
in.
to you. We
Yeah,
will not provide a
but
band.
We'll have we'll have raffle tickets. You bring a book, you get a raffle ticket. So just an incentive, I think, to
Sure.
drum up more donations for Ready Readers.
Yeah. Well, very cool. Again, come on out, and you can find all things Ben Diesel with the website, right?
Yeah, BenDieselSTL.com.
There it is. Check it out. All right. Thank you guys for
Thanks,
doing
Shane.
this. It's been
Thank
a
you,
ton of
Shane.
fun. So hopefully we'll do it again soon.
Oh yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.